voter turnout expected on Election Day, we're looking out for your vote. All this week, we're investigating potential problems in key battleground states. It's a series of reports we're calling Count the Vote. And today our focus is on foreclosure victims in Michigan. Democrats in the state are claiming that Republicans want to fine voters who've been booted from their homes to then be booted from the ballot box as well. Our Carol Costello is live in Washington with more for us this morning. Hey, Carol.
Hi, Karen. You know, the fear is Republicans will use those foreclosure lists to prove registered voters are ineligible because their addresses don't match where they live now. Democrats call that unbelievably cruel.
53608 Christie Drive.
Lost your house to foreclosure? Democrats in Macomb County, Michigan say beware. Republicans, they say, want to make sure you lose your vote, too.
They've made that political calculation that by and large they don't want those people voting because they think they're going to vote for Barack Obama.
The hullabaloo started when reporter Eartha Jane Meltzer of the liberal Michigan Messenger website quoted Macomb County's Republican chair, James Carabelli. We will have a list of foreclosed homes and we'll make sure people aren't voting from those addresses. Democrats fear Republicans on Election Day will challenge voters whose addresses don't match where they live now. Like people who've been kicked out of their homes due to foreclosure. How many could that be?
Each little dot.
Macomb County Clerk Carmela Sava, a Democrat, adds a dot for every home foreclosed in her county. There are 5,090 of them. One of those dots represents what happened to the Monicos. We caught up with them at what was their dream home.
I can't believe this has been happening.
Are you going to go to the polling station on the...
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
It's like they're trying to kick you when you're down. It's not bad enough that you lose your home.
The Wards also lost their home to foreclosure after payments ballooned.
You're down, you're depressed about it, you go through a lot of lows, and then for somebody to come and challenge you when you're going to vote because you actually feel that you can make a difference, I just think that's wrong.
Michigan Republicans say the Monicos and Wards should not worry. They say Carabelli was misquoted in the Michigan Messenger, and they're now suing the online publication for defamation. The reporter stands by her story.
Right. I spoke with Carabelli myself, and I have total confidence in what he told me. I have clear notes of our conversation. There's no doubt about that.
CNN tried to talk to Carabelli, but he did not return our calls. The state GOP declined an interview. In the meantime, the county clerk says a foreclosure list alone isn't enough to prevent someone from voting.
You do not have to own a home to vote. So if your house is foreclosed on, you have every right to vote.
That's right. If you have been forced to leave your foreclosed home and you live in a different house in the same precinct, you can vote. You are still eligible. Michigan Democrats and the Obama campaign are taking no chances, though. They've gone to federal court asking for a restraining order to keep Republicans from using foreclosure lists alone to disqualify voters. But Democrats fear Republicans will still challenge voter eligibility based on address, and of course that could slow the voting, forcing some voters waiting in line to give up and go home. Karen?
But Carol, to be clear, the Republicans are saying they have no plans to do that and that this one person who claimed he was going to do that was misquoted.
Mr. Carabelli says he was misquoted, but when we asked to hear more from him, he declined an interview.
All right, interesting piece, and we look forward to more of them. Carol, thanks so much. And tomorrow, our John Zarella is